Hi everyone, today I thought I'd do a little bit of a different video. I thought I'd do a crafty video, and so I thought I'd show you all how to make one of these. A little Cornish Pixie jar. Now mine's a tiny one and I made mine with vinyl stickers, which I know not everyone has access to, so today I'm going to show you how to make it in a bigger jar, which is easier, and with paper rather than vinyl. Now you can buy vinyl online. I'm sure people sell pixie shaped vinyl stickers that you can use, but this one's a bit more accessible for everyone and probably a bit cheaper too. So I'll show you everything that you need and then I'll show you how to make it. These are all the bits that you'll need: a jar, a ruler, a little electric candle, some tape, PVA glue, paintbrush, craft knife or scissors, you can use either, tissue paper, any colour you want but I use white, and I've printed off some silhouettes which I'll use later to draw around, and then some extras for decorating later. So first we start off with some PVA glue mixed with water. Now if you're a 90s kid like me, you'll know this trick from Art Attack. This is really good for paper macheing, which is basically what we're doing to the jar. Take some of your white tissue paper and just tear it up into little pieces. So once you've got all your tissue paper ripped up into little pieces, you take your jar, you take some pieces, put them in the bottom, and then just start layering glue. And then you just keep on adding more and more pieces of tissue paper, and you're filling up the whole of the insides of the jar. So you keep adding paper until there's no clear glass left. There's a little bit up there. Now you don't want to add so much paper that it becomes too thick for the light to get through, but you want it thick enough so you can't see into the jar, if that makes sense. And then you just do the same for the lid. So now it's all full of tissue paper. There are no empty spaces. Now if you do decide to order vinyl stickers, or if you can make them yourself at home, then you will have to wait for this to dry overnight. And then by the morning it should be a really firm and pretty flat surface in there if you've squashed down all of the tissue paper properly. So now we're going to move on to making the pixies. For this one, because I'm using paper, I've just printed off silhouettes from the internet, and I just measured the jar to make sure that they're the right size. So I've got some dark paper and two different pixies. Now I'm going to cut mine with a craft knife. If you have one of these, then it's probably going to be easier for you to use this, but you do need a cutting mat, which is a green mat that I've got underneath this. If you don't have a craft knife but want one, they're pretty cheap to buy. You can buy them in shops like The Range and Hobbycraft for about £2.50, but you do need to be 18 to buy them, as they are a really sharp surgical blade. So if you're a younger viewer, then I would say just stick to the scissors and get an adult to help you. I'm using black because I just want it to be a silhouette, but you could use a blue coloured paper and that might have a nice effect once the light is shining through it and shine through like a blue pixie. Kind of like the blue vinyl that I've used in here. I don't know if you can see it. It shines through really nice. So I'm just going to take the pixie silhouettes and a little bit of tape and tape them down onto the paper. This pixie seems to have lost his little antennae and antennas and little sticky out head thingies. So I'm just going to draw them in, but I'm a rubbish drawer, so we'll just have to see how it goes. and then I'll cut them out with him. So you just take your craft knife or your scissors. I'm just going to cut off this excess paper and separate these two. And then you just take your craft knife or your scissors and you start to cut around. For the wings, I'm just going to make them hollow. And there we have one little pixie. We'll just move on to the second. Now you can have as many pixies as you want. Obviously, the more you have, the smaller you'll have to make them. Maybe you just want one, so you can make one big pixie. But I'm just going to do two for this one. And now we have two little pixies. So now we need to get the jar again. Squeeze a little bit of glue on each one. That was a lot. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Just try not to make as much of a mess as what I'm making right now. Just spread it out a bit. Hope for the best. And then place them wherever you think's best inside the jar. Make sure you get as much of it as you can stuck down so that the silhouette really shines through. Especially try and get the wings to stick down, because they're so thin they'll try and pop themselves back up, but just keep pressing them down. And now for the other one. This jar could have probably done with a few more pixies, but it's just to show you guys anyway. Maybe I'll add some more later. And there you go. So you can see the pixies on the outside. So they even look really nice when the lights aren't even on. Now it's not quite dry yet, but I'll show you anyway. Make sure you use one of these little battery operated tea light candles. Don't use a real one because it's paper and fire and that's never going to go down well. Now you just pop that inside, or you can use fairy light. With this one I used fairy lights because I didn't measure the top and I just got really excited about the little tiny jar, and it doesn't actually fit in candles. So you can shut your jar, and then if you wanted to you could add some little extra decorational bits. This jar I got from IKEA and it's a pretty nice one. It's got the little clasp to open and close it, so it doesn't really need any decorating. And the same for this one. But it would be a really good idea to just use maybe an old bolognese jar or curry jar, whatever you've got in your cupboard. Obviously eat the food first because that would be a waste. And then you might want to, I don't know, get some tissue paper or some nice fabric, and I would maybe wrap a ribbon around it just to make a nice little decoration. But just for this jar, I'm going to cut a little bit of ribbon off. Get a little gel pen, a little sparkly gel pen, a little brown luggage tag, and then just write on it. Well, that gel pen, you can't even see that, can you? I'm going to go over it. Might like my pencil case. This came in a Loot Crate. I thought it was pretty cool. Anyway, let's go over this because that gel pen was absolute rubbish. If you can hear any grunting in the background, that's Millie again. I don't think you could, no, you can't see her in the background. But she's making some weird noises. Cornish Pixies. And I'll just get the ribbon, put it through. Oh. And then with this one I'll just have to feed it through there. And then tie it on. And then tie it on in a bow. There you go. I'll go and turn the lights off so you can see it properly. And there you have a little Cornish pixie jar. I hope you really enjoyed that tutorial. If you have any more questions about it, then feel free to just ask a question below, or you can direct message me on Instagram. Once you've made your pixie jar, make sure you take a picture, post it on Instagram, and hashtag Nifflers and Nargles, or you can tag me in, because I'd really love to see what you come up with. If you'd like to see more DIY tutorials, then let me know below. If you like this one, then give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to check out my other videos and press the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.